Hi, Lou here again. I am your hands-on principal with a lot of construction expertise. And I actually work for you and your investment. I genuinely care, okay? So if you want to receive accurate assessments with high quality guidance and someone who puts your property first, consider Real Estate HQ. In this example, this is the same property that I recently visited after the tenants and my property manager raised concerns about movement cracks. And this particular location is in the upstairs exterior wall above the top right architrave of the window facing east. Now, it wasn't present during the last inspection, so I just couldn't work it out and I needed to attend myself for the assessment. The property manager does not have the same level of construction experience that I do. Before I went to the property, I did obtain quotes from structural engineers. It ranged between $1,100 and $1,500. I felt it was important to check the situation myself first and report back to the owner, even though she approved the engineer report if we really needed to. So it was my responsibility to make sure that at that level of cost, it was truly necessary before we proceeded. It's a lot of money. I didn't just look at the cracks in isolation, actually. I went around the whole property, went downstairs, reviewed the surrounding structures, what happened recently, the external walls, the drainage patterns, any visible signs of stress that could contribute to the movement. And based on what I observed, there were no indicators of major structural cracks. The neighbours had removed the bamboo. It left that side more exposed to the element. We had a really dry cycle, then a really wet cycle. So it was just the sheer expansion that caused it. So considering that the changes, the cracks were minor, okay, and it's minor in terms of Queensland homes because even though I'm not a structural engineer, I actually do understand the building code tolerances because I have dealt with so many movement related cases with builders over the years. That experience helps me to identify when something requires a specialist or when it just needs simple monitoring. In this instance, monitoring is the appropriate response and responsible course of action for this particular situation. This is the level of care that I actually bring to every property. Now, I don't dismiss concerns and I don't send contractors blindly. This is a lot of money. I will show up, investigate, diagnose, and provide some clarity for my owner so that she can actually feel supported and protected. This is the actual dedication that I bring to all my landlords. So if you want a property manager who actually understands construction, maintenance, and building behavior, because I've done a lot of this myself as well, and someone who's prepared to personally attend your property to ensure that you are getting the right advice, I'd love to help you. I'm currently taking on new clients in the Ipswich, Logan, Brisbane and the Moreton Bay LGAs. So you can contact me directly on 0425 225 678. Look, it's no obligation. Even if we don't end up working together, let's make new connections because this is always worthwhile.